Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Passion Toolbox. Our mission is to help you become a full-time musician. Today, we're going to talk about the top 10 ways to grow on Spotify. So number one, you got to make good music. We have to start here because none of these techniques will work if your music isn't good enough. So one thing you can do to judge how good your music is track your save rate on your song. Your save rate is how many people listen to it, and out of those people that listen to it, how many of them saved it, right? The other thing you should check is your listen rate, right? How many times are people listening to your song in a row? If these numbers are low, like anything under 20% on save rate, listen rate, anything under 2, like that tells you that maybe this song isn't good enough and you should move on to the next one. All right, tip number 2, we're gonna release one single a month. Now, the reason why we wanna release one single a month is it's gonna allow our audience to compound over time. Every single we put out is gonna bring new people into our ecosystem, which is gonna set the next song up to do even better, right? Now, what most people like to do is they like to release like a full project, promote the crap out of it, then they don't release much for like another 6 to 12 months. But by the time that has come, you've lost all relevancy with your audience, and you don't know which song on that album is gonna perform the best. And if the best song on the album is the 8th song, no one's gonna get it to the 8th song. Like when you don't sit down and listen to an artist you've never heard of and just listen to their whole album, right? You don't do that anymore. So we're gonna focus on releasing one single a month, giving each song a moment in the spotlight to do the best it possibly can to grow our audience, setting up the next single to do even better. All right, tip number 3, we're gonna run Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, I mentioned the strategy with releasing one single a month. Well, that strategy doesn't work if you don't also market your music, because you can make really good music, but if no one knows about it, it doesn't matter, right? So what we're gonna focus on is putting at least $100 budget to use running Facebook and Instagram ads. The type of ads we're gonna run are called conversion ads. We're gonna show them a 15-second preview of our song with a good visual, right? From that visual, we send them to a landing page, and from that landing page, we send them to Spotify. This is gonna allow us to send a bunch of extra traffic to Spotify. And when we send all that traffic to Spotify, it's gonna spike their algorithm because they're gonna be able to trust this song because they're gonna be like, wow, look how many people are saving it. Look how many people are adding it to playlists. Look how many people are following this artist from this song. And then that gives them trust to start pushing it out on their algorithmic playlists, Release Radar and Discover Weekly. Right here, you can see the results we were able to get from one of my clients, Alan, from using this strategy. He's been getting pushed really hard by their algorithmic playlist right now, and that's why he's over 50,000 streams. All right, tip number 4, invest in features. Now, when you're looking for the right features to invest in, you need to either upfront negotiate that they're gonna market your music, or the main metric you should be judging off of is how many Spotify followers they have. Because if they have a lot of Spotify followers, well, when your song gets released with them on it, it's gonna notify all of their followers about the release, which is gonna spike your song and get it a bunch of streams and allow you to siphon their audience to grow your own. However, where people get burned is they pay, thousands of dollars for features, then the artist doesn't market it at all, and they don't get a return that was worth it, right? So upfront, negotiate as much equity as you can, get the best possible deal you can, and make sure they have a lot of followers, because that's gonna be the metric that will really push you out there, right? Now, if you need help with that, that's why I started the Inner Circle. Click the link in my bio. You can come join us. I actually offer discounted opportunities at features with artists with literally thousands of followers, millions of streams, so you can get the start to your career and get that boost you need, right? So if that's something you need help with, if you're looking to get some features, click the link in my bio and come join our Inner Circle. All right, so next up, we got Submit Hub. Now, Submit Hub is actually amazing. This place will allow you to submit to curators, influencers, Twitch streamers, literally like everybody, radio stations. It allow you to pitch to all these different types of platforms that can push your music out to more people. Now, they have both free options here and paid options here. I would recommend taking advantage of both, because when we're sitting here and having our ads run in the background. That's growing our audience. Now, this is something else we can be doing while we have that running in the background to help spike the algorithm with even more traffic. That's what we're really trying to do here. We're trying to drive as much traffic to Spotify as possible. All right, so next up, we got pitching to Spotify editorial playlists. So Spotify doesn't just have algorithmic playlists like Discover Weekly and Release Radar. They also have an editorial playlist, right? So these are hand curated playlists by Spotify employees. So we have the opportunity to pitch each single we release to them. So here's how you do it. You're going to go on to Spotify for Artists, and you're going to click on the music. Now, once you click on the music, you're going to click on the upcoming. Now, once you're under upcoming, any music that you've put in here to release, you can now pitch. All you have to do is press this pitch a song option, keep it going, next, and just fill out the form, right? And from there, you'll be able to pitch to their editorial playlist on why they should consider your song. All right, for the next tip, we got to be promoting your music on TikTok. Now, TikTok is the single greatest marketing platform available to us right now, where you can get just abundant amounts of organic traffic without even needing a large following, right? So when we're going to promote our music on TikTok, there's a couple ways we can do that. One is, first of all, you should be posting a bunch on your own profile, building up an audience there. But tell your story. Tell people like who you are, what you're about, and give people context behind the song you're making. For example, if you make a song about how you got your heart broken, you could talk about like how you went through this big journey of getting, you were cheated on, and it was a super emotional experience, and here's what you learned from it. And then you could be like, by the way, the song you hear playing in the background is me, talking about this story. If you want to go check it out, you can click here, right? So now you're giving people context, getting them emotionally invested in your music. You can also invest in, paying influencers to use your sound in their songs. And those are the main ways to promote on TikTok. I say what you really need to be doing is posting 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok. Focus on serving a specific community and make content that is congruent. Because when you're all over the place, people don't know why they should follow you and you don't speak to anyone, right? So serve a specific community generally around your niche, make content serving them, and then promote your music through both your own profile and the other methods I was explaining. So next, we got blog placements. Now, don't get me wrong, in my opinion, your money is a lot better spent on ads, right? This is where you're going to be able to actually track the direct result you're getting from it and get the most targeted traffic possible. Now, however, one thing that's interesting to consider is one thing Spotify does when they're promoting songs within their algorithm is they cross-reference on the internet to see if there's any mention of the song anywhere, right? So you can actually get a boost in the algorithm by having media outlets talking about your song, right? So that's one way that you can actually get a boost. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I think the money's better spent in ads, but it's interesting, if you have a little extra ad money, maybe it won't hurt to get a little media coverage, right? Because that might actually help your song get out there and get more exposure and build more credibility. Now, the last tip I have for you guys is to please be patient. You have to remember this is a marathon, not a sprint. These numbers are going to compound over time as long as we're marketing our song properly, right? Because every song we release is bringing new people into our ecosystem, which is setting the next song to do it better, which is going to bring more people to our ecosystem, which is going to set the next song up to do even better, and it's going to compound over time. However, it's going to take a while for that compound effect to really happen. We're playing a 36-month plus game here, right? But if you can be patient and realize that your songs are like little mini stocks that are paying you dividends, right? Like they're going to keep paying you dividends year after year after year after year because people will keep listening to them. And when you release new music, people will go listen to the rest of your discography, listening to your old songs, right? So you got to give yourself time for that momentum to start, because once it starts, it'll start to compound and go really crazy. But you need to be patient and you can't stop. You need consistency. If you stop releasing music consistently, you won't get that compound effect and it'll never happen. But if you implement all the strategies I talked about, you will be able to make it happen. And if you need more help, please reach out to us. Just click the link in the bio, go to passiontoolbox.com, schedule a consulting session with me, and we'll get you on track. These are 10 tips to grow on Spotify. This is Passion Toolbox. We out.